Hey guys, it's Mike with Victor Bravo. We're standing outside of a new rehab that we're going to be closing on here in a couple weeks. Just wanted to take you guys through and kind of show you guys what we look for when we are buying and renovating a property. Let's take a look inside. So it's a little dark in here, but you can see, I don't know if you can see this flooring that I'm stepping on. So this flooring is buckling, all right? So what this tells me is if you actually look over here at this base trim, there is no expansion gap. So on these floating floors, it's crucial that you leave room for expansion. You see how tight these are? Whoever put this in, probably put it stud to stud, and there's no room for this floor to expand and contract, which is causing buckling. Now, obviously, the lights are turned off. The HVAC unit is not circulating air in here, so it's also causing humidity. So these floors are gonna have to be replaced, and it's pretty much typical when we do a rehab that we are going to have to put brand new floors in the property. We're gonna have to update and change the trim. As you guys can see in here, there's no room lights, and it's dark in here. And houses nowadays, people don't plug in lamps. They want to see recessed lighting, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the electrical. We'll throw probably 4 recessed cans in here, maybe 2 there, adjust that chandelier. And then what we're going to do, so this right here is a load-bearing wall, okay? Meaning the joists for the second floor in the roof are bearing on this point here. So there's a beam up in this ceiling here that is taking the load. That is why this area is able to be open. But this right here, there is no beam and it's only framing. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut back here. We're gonna put a transfer post that is gonna sit downstairs on our steel beam. We're gonna put a double 9 7/8 LVL. So it's an engineered beam that we're gonna put in that will actually fit in between the 2x10 joists that are up above. That way it's gonna be a smooth ceiling just like over there in the dining room, and you won't see it. That will allow me to open this wall completely. It will allow me to open this partition wall here for the kitchen, and now my kitchen can completely expand, okay? Another thing that I'm looking at is I want a nice flow of my kitchen. Right now this is set up as a galley. A lot of buyers don't like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an L-shaped kitchen, pretty much stop it by that French door right there. And then we're gonna put a nice center island with some bar stools and some nice pendant lights that hang down. That way, when it comes to entertaining, you could be sitting in the living room watching TV. There could be a couple at the dining room table, and then you can also have a little breakfast bar in here for people. So entertaining wise, the open space and the open concept are what buyers are looking for in houses today. So it's gonna be a really, really cool thing. We're gonna have to take this window, we're gonna have to raise it up because I typically will put my kitchen sinks under there. Now it's not as easy as that. So you can see right behind this bicycle here, I have a floor vent, okay? In the wall that we're gonna be taking out, I have my thermostat wire. So we can look at it right here. I have my thermostat wire right here. We're gonna have to reroute that, and more than likely, I'll probably put it up at the top of the steps or move it over to this wall right here. That way all of this can go, okay? There's also gonna be some miscellaneous moving of electric in order to make that all happen. So the plan down here, upgrade the trim, add recessed lighting, put brand new hardwood floors that go all the way from the front door all the way through the kitchen. We'll do a brand new kitchen with 3/4 hardwood soft close wood cabinets, quartz or granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, and then once again, nice and wide open concept. So it's gonna be really nice looking on this first floor here. So this is a bi-level or a split level style home, which is pretty desirable because it's not too many steps to walk up, nor is it too many steps to walk down. So down here, you got a nice active fireplace. One of the most crucial things that you have to look for with these old fireplaces is you need to make sure that the chimney is working as it should. A lot of these older houses are gonna require a new liner to go in And home inspectors and buyers, when they come, they're going to get a chimney inspection. And if there is a missing roof cap, if there is missing mortar around the chimney, or if there is no liner at all, that could be about a $2,500 expense. So you need to calculate that when you are getting into finding houses or buying houses of your own. Or if you're a homeowner looking to do a project yourself, you need to take that into consideration. It's very, very easy to call a chimney company, get a quote, and have them come out and inspect the chimney. Okay, could be like $100 or so. All right, over here is the electrical panel. So this is another crucial thing. This electrical panel is going to have to be updated. It's only a 100 amp service. Everything in this house is electric. It's not going to work. We're going to put in a brand new high efficiency HVAC unit, a 60-gallon water heater electric, stove, dryer. That is pulling a lot of power. So we're going to upgrade that to 200 amps. Now to make that conversion is about a $2,500 charge as well. You have to get BG&E. You have to pull the electrical permits with the county. So it is a decent amount of work that goes into it. You can also look at these breakers here, and these are your traditional breakers. Code requirements. Now, I don't know what state you guys are in, but here in Maryland, they require arc faulted breakers. So let's say this breaker trips, rather than the switch having a little bounce to it, there will be a little red light, kind of like on your GFI outlets, that will actually trip this when it starts overheating, or if it feels like it's arcing. So just in this electrical panel alone, these breakers, these old ones here, are about $5 to $6 a piece. The new arc fault breakers are anywhere between $30 and $60 per breaker. So you're talking about 10, 20 times the cost of a normal breaker. You need to take that into consideration because this is probably $1,000 worth of breakers when it's all said and done. If you're not calculating that, it's going to be hard for you to stay on budget. Okay. Down here with this flooring, I would probably rip all of this tile up and then more than likely do a floating floor down here as well with a nice vapor barrier. This bathroom down here, I would really just do an R&R. So when I say R&R, I mean repair and replace. Okay, so they have one of these little Home Depot traps that's 1.25 inches. Inspectors don't want to see that. They want to see an actual union trap, 1.5 inches. They want to see angle stops. So we're going to make sure that's all correct. Put a brand new vanity in there, brand new Glacier Bay toilet. Right here, take a look at these ceilings. They're popcorn ceilings. Now, some people don't mind them, but a lot of people today, they want smooth and flat ceilings. One thing is you could just simply take 1/4 inch drywall and do what's known as laminating. So I could just screw 1/4 inch drywall right to this, done. There's another process known as freezing. So you will actually come in here, you'll take a drywall sander, sand these ceilings and knock all this rough stuff down, and then you'll do a skim coat. So you'll take a bucket of purple mud, which is a really, really thin compound, and skim this entire ceiling to make it smooth, okay? Now, I'm more inclined to say when I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna laminate. And the reason being, look at the ceiling again. I have one little flush mount light in the middle of nowhere. I have no other lights in this basement. So I'm gonna have holes in this drywall, fishing wires for about 6 recessed cans in here. So laminating is gonna be a lot easier rather than patching, sanding, skim coating, sanding again, 1/4 inch drywall, you're done. Okay. You got a nice basement bedroom down here. Down here, I really wouldn't do anything besides all the trim changes. Once again, skim the ceilings, put in a center light. You know, with this bulkhead being here for the ductwork, I'm not able to get a ceiling fan. So I'll probably do, you know, maybe 1 or 2 cans, or just do one center light that's actually a little bit off center. Okay. Down here, I really wouldn't do too much else. So walking up to the second level, once again, we got some floor buckling. So all of this floor is going to come up. Once again, all the doors and trims, take a look at these jambs, okay? They're just, it's not installed properly. And you see how tight this is? This thing doesn't even move. And then you can also see what I was talking about downstairs. So there is no base trim here. And you see how there is absolutely no gap whatsoever for this floating floor? It's binding up because it has nowhere to expand, it has nowhere to contract. Okay? In these bedrooms, very, very simple. I'm gonna swap out this fixture. I'm gonna put in new bifold doors, swap out all the trims, all the switch plate covers, all the electrical outlets, put in new T&P outlets, put in princess cover plates. They're metal plates, a little bit bigger, designer, they look nice. As far as the windows, so I have a window guy that will come in here, grease up all the windows and do balancing to make sure all the windows are working properly. This window right here is an egress window. So with us being on the second level, you need legal egress. Now the logic behind that is, say there is a fire going on the first floor down there. Firefighters cannot get in through there. So the logic is they're gonna come here with a ladder and they need to be able to fit through this window with their backpack on, with their oxygen tank. Okay. So these are important tips to know, especially when you're bringing a house up to code, you're getting permits. The minute you touch something, you have to bring it up to code. All right, so in here, I am not a fan of carpet. Some people like carpet for the warmth. Once again, I'm gonna do a floating floor or hardwood floors throughout this entire property. Okay, once again, you got your window, and then it's a little tight, so I'll let you go in there. But we have a stand-up shower base. And if you could actually pan in right there at the right corner of that shower base, you see how the tile does not go to the floor and that there is wood rot and drywall rot. So the preparation of the tile was not done correctly, okay? I am not a fan of these plastic shower bases, all right? They have give, they're fiberglass. If they're not installed properly, they creak, they crack, they move. I am a fan of mud set shower bases, so I will actually pull that out. I'll put a double or a triple 2x4 right there at the base, and then I'll use a vinyl liner or a Curdy system. That way all my walls, my floor, and my drain are all waterproofed as one. Then I put my tile in as I need to do, okay? That's how you make sure you never get any water rot or any damage of tile falling off. Doing it properly, it'll last forever. So, long explanation, but this is a property that we're doing here in Maryland. We should take possession in about 3 weeks. This should take about 2 months of construction, getting all the proper permits and getting everything done right. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a nice rehab, and we're going to be able to move in a new family to this property that they're going to be able to enjoy for years. So I'm Mike, Victor Bravo. Have a great day.